Okay, well, if I sound a little wore out and stuff, it's because I just shoveled my driveway. And of course, then they just plow the road right after I do it. So I'm going to have to go back out there and clear the end of the driveway in a bit. They got me good and wore out. But thanks for checking out the channel here. Bad Day Gaming. Tim. And last night I did some drafts off stream. I was recording them, but the recording messed up. I had some like 3 middling of the way, very hard to navigate drafts, and then I had the most fun draft that I had done. Finally got into a vivid deck, and had tons of payoffs, Maryland stuff. Like, it was just an insane deck. So now I'm going to be more mindful of that. It had like only 2 interaction spells. I mean, it went 6 wins before getting its first loss, and then I won the next game. I think this format is a lot slower than I had initially thought. So, gonna look into just high quality value grindy cards over anything else, I think. Here, Bree of Clans Stout Arm is a great card, though it's in a weird spot, being red-white. It's that some Blight Synergy deck is what it's supposed to be. And this doesn't really play into that, but I mean, giving another creature flying and lifelink, and then you get to play cards for free and stuff is just so good. There's no reason to not at least speculate on taking this. Generally speaking, in this format, I find like your first couple picks don't make your deck a lot of the time, because you know it's more important to find an open lane than to force something. So I'm just gonna take this and hope that at least I can splash it. The follow-up pack here, wow, another just extremely weak pack. There's like nothing here I'm interested in second picking at all. I think Elf is okay. The Iron Shield Elf's alright. Kith Keeper is good, but quite expensive. Maybe it's just Gristle Glutton? I don't think it's Timid Shield Bearer at all. Like, the rummaging effects are extremely important to get. Like I said, red-white kind of plays into a Blight synergy. I don't necessarily want to be picking cards just based on my first pick, but man, this pack is just everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Here, again, a pile of just generally weak cards. Like, this is a good card if you're in green-white, this Thoughtwolf Lieutenant. Certainly has more upside than something like a Flamekin Guild Weaver. Second Glutton I value a lot less than the first. So I'm more willing to take something like a Rhyme Chill or a Thoughtwolf Lieutenant. And I'm going to take the Lieutenant. Here, now we start to finally see like some good cards, right? I think Eclipsed Elf is good. Giant Fall, I'm kind of not liking as much because it seems like a toughness matters kind of format where like there's just a ton of like 4-5 toughness creatures that you need to kill. So it's hard to have something with 4 or 5 power on the board at the time. And Safe Right Cavalry is good. Colorcell is good. Burning Curiosity is good. And Eclipsed Elf, Architects. I think I'm going to take the first curiosity over anything else in this pack. Here though, just another Thoughtwolf Lieutenant. Maybe we could find a spot and just be like a Naya deck that uses like Kithkin and like maybe some of the red cards we get if it's not there. There is some room to take Chitinous Graspling, but I'm not like really on board with that card. Maybe it should even be like Stalactite Dagger just to have something that's guaranteed to make my deck at this point. Here, this is a... I hear people say this is a good card. It is because like in your like aggro decks you do need a way to push through those last points of damage, and it can do that. But just one damage at a time doesn't seem like a lot to me. I think Prideful Feasting or Gangly Stompling is the play here. And I think I actually like Stompling a little bit better than Feasting, because we do have more red cards than that I'm interested in playing than, like, these just may not get there. But we do get Mist Metal Council and a Keep Out showing up a little late. I mean, Keep Out's not that good. So I think it's Council. Here, late Eclipsed Marrow. Not something we're too interested in. Elderonthes, whatever. Wearing Torchmaster. Yeah, Shimmer Creep. I'm going to take Dawn's Light Archer. Looks like we may be getting forced into green here. Spikeling. I hate this card. I think it's the worst one of the cards, but I haven't been impressed with Keep Out at all. You know what? But I will take the Keep Out over it. I hate the. I was thinking, and Keith Keeper is wheeling. Pill to Eridu is a decent combat trick. Then we get an Ashling's Command, which I think, according to the data, is the highest win rate hand card in the set. Which makes sense because it is a one-sided Pyroclasm plus really good effects on the other three choices. Like, it's always going to be Pyroclasm, kill some of your opponent's stuff, and do whatever else. We are in red. I would be willing to just splash this card for sure. It is that good. And also to note, I'm not even sure what else I would be interested in taking out of this pack. Like Moonlit Lamenter? Guiltsleaf Embrace? Just not as much upside as, like, if we're red and we can just splash a blue somehow and play the most powerful card in the set. I wish we could just see if, like, Kithkin was the play here or something. Like, we're just spinning the wheels, getting nowhere. There's, like, nothing here at all. Second Curiosity is not as good as the first. I'm going to take this stupid Wayfinder just to be able to splash command here. Wow, 2 amazing blue rares. Note, this is pack 2, so coming from the left, I may get cut from blue in pack 3. But both of these cards are very solid. Lockmare, though, is... I've played against this card a couple times, and every time it comes down, my mind immediately goes to... I don't know if I can navigate this game anymore to win. Like, if I don't have just the removal spell for that on the spot, it feels like I'm just getting dumpstered. Glamour Gifter is actually a decent combat trick. Leaving behind an additional 1/2 body also. Maybe one of the better combat tricks. It certainly seems like the blue is flowing from the left. Temporal Cleansing, Flaring Cinder. Just wondering if Flaring Cinder is a better pickup than this card. But I'm going to take it. Wow. Very late Cinder Strike. Elementals is definitely open from the left. And noting that there's really nothing else to take in this pack, period, for like anything else. Like, there's only a good Merfolk here, and I'm nowhere near playing Merfolk, so I'm gonna take this Cinder Strike. And we're gonna take Eclipsed Flamekin. Maybe we just kind of bully our way into this. And splash some white. Wow. Okay, maybe Merfolk was open too. Man, did I miss my in into Merfolk somehow? Certain Volter, like, this is just not like a good Merfolk. This is like okay. I'm gonna take a Wild Unraveling's kind of underperformed to me. It just hasn't seemed that good. Whereas like Temporal Cleansing, Shrine Striker. I'm gonna take the Shrine Striker. We might actually be a 3-color deck. Runaway together over third Burning Curiosity. Like, if I didn't have any curiosities, I would take it first, but we seem to be fine here. I'm going to take this as a replacement to Changeling Wayfinder. I'm going to take the Squawk Roaster, which is not a good card. I'm hoping doesn't make the deck. Alright, please give us something here. We're sticking to some white splash. Ferric Strike is good, but I think he just tweezes Serval Spool enough. We just take it. Could also take Sneakling. But we're a little light on interaction. I'm going to take this Tweeze. I think it's pretty... Well, I don't know if it's even... I was going to say it's obvious we should have been in Merfolk somehow, but there's a Rhymeclan Recluse here. Like, I almost think this card's better than this. Another Cinder Strike? Seems like the slam dunk pick. A third Cinder Strike? Heck yeah. Oh yeah. So our removal of the deck just got sorted out very quickly. We have this whole pile here of stuff. Of interaction. Maybe just another Shrine Striker. I wouldn't hate a Blossom Bind. So I don't feel like it's that good. Ooh, unexpected assistance. I think I'm more interested in that than... I don't know. If we're going to stick with the splashing of the white cards, maybe there's some value. This guy's not as bad as I thought. The 4 power lets this guy kind of do some stuff. It does feel like I just missed my in into Merfolk. But even if I took all the good Merfolk cards that I've seen, my Merfolk deck would just be like okay-ish. Like what? Am I getting into Merfolk and passing 3 Cinder Strikes? Like I don't think that's a thing I want to do. Here. So I don't think we need a Giant's Fall along with all this other stuff. Maybe it's just another like Kid Keeper. I'm not sure that's the deck though. We're gonna take Changeling is just great. Here. None of this makes the deck. And none of this is gonna make the cut either. Nope. Lots of white cards though here at the end. That might actually make the deck. We might want the one of Counterspell. This is a cancel with the chance of being a little cheaper. I think it's pretty easy to just cut this and keep the unraveling over a dagger. So we've got just a middling elemental deck with some vivid payoffs at the high end. I think I've got a treasure, I've got this. Man, do I really need to run? I think we need to run Wayfinder. Then what's the cut? Might actually be Glamour Gifter. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cut a plains, go up a cut a plains, go up a mountain. Lots of double blue cards though, but lots of cheap red interaction. Maybe it's just the one plane. So we got 1, 2, 3 white sources then? Yeah. I like a lot of cards in this deck. I don't know if I like him assembled together for this deck. I think it's not nearly as good as it ought to be. I think it could go 4 wins, 4 or 5 wins though, and get us our money back. And that's all you need to do. And we're not like trying to push to like rank 1 mythic or anything like that. Though I've been high rank mythic in drafting quite a few times. It's not that difficult to me, it seems. Not going to say I'm like one of the world's best drafters or anything crazy like that, but I'm decent. I'm above average. Okay. Nice. There's nothing going on with the client here. I did have an update I launched, but okay, on the draw, very slow hand, like none of our interaction. But anymore, I just don't feel bad keeping these hands. Like, even if I get curved out and I die, it's like, well, okay, whatever. It seems like it's just fine, though, most of the time. Like, the really powerful curve-out Merfolk decks. I'm not even sure, like, if you have, like, a Cinder Strike for one of their creatures, if that matters. Like, if somebody just has the perfect pile of cards on you, it's almost doesn't matter. Like, you just take those losses and move on and just try to win all the others. See, look at this. He's turn 3 pass. That's just what a lot of this format is. I have not interested in a double blue card when I don't have a second blue source. This one at least has compose. That's the draw guy. This guy is not okay. Would I be willing to 2 for 1 myself just to kill this guy? Probably not. I said the format's quite grindy, and having a card on the board that just says essentially draw a card every turn is not okay. But thank God we drew an answer. Oh, and I got my Wayfinder to Blight on. Very nice. I'm gonna do this and just not rummage. Why did it tap that way? Oh, at least it's gonna make the treasure, but it tapped that way for Omni. Oh, I was about to lose my mind. Like, Convoke includes the colors of the creatures. Like, if I was gonna play it, I would have gotten the blue anyway. Tap and stun counter. Okay. Now see, now it showed like initially how that was gonna tap, and then changed it once I actually went to use it. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, do you wanna? Like, no, I don't. Stop. Odd getting super expensive cards in my hand here. I'll screw the runaway together. Well, tell you what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay this. I'm gonna copy this. That's the dude. I mean, he's in a really bad spot here. Just like I have the runaway together. I can just bounce his card, bounce my recluse, bounce his other card, whatever it is. Yeah. Run away together with Rhyme Clan recluses. Stuff just let you tempo out your opponents so hard. Love recluse. Going first, super slow hand. Not sure it's even gonna matter. Got some powerful top end and hope to get there. This card's amazing. One of the, one drops of the set, this and Figure Fable that are just such a beating. So hard to like play around this card if you can't remove it. He was scared of one untapped blue. Or I guess he just wanted the blight one. He just wanted the surveil trigger. That's fair too. Might be needing that forest. Oh, this is an elemental. Alright, we just have tons of lands. I'm gonna take the Kith Keeper. He's just gonna kill his own Moonglove Extractor. His board is looking really nice for Ashley's command. Okay, that doesn't... I'll take 3. 3 is taken. He doesn't get to draw a card, though. plans? I don't think there's any way I'm not playing Ashling's Command next turn. That sucks that that just grows out of range of command here. I can block and then play the command afterwards. He could blight 2 on this. Play the Scarblade from Yard. I got a little bit better of a play, I guess. 2 attacks. Double ox. I'm worried he's got a combat trick or something, like some way of pumping his creatures. I really just want him to play another creature here. I know I've taken the 2 damage. Okay, so he gets the Morcants. So I'm gonna deal 2 and draw 2? I mean, I could create the treasures, but no, I'm gonna draw 2. Draw 2, deal 2. This puts a lot of elves in the yard for this thing. So that's something to note. Now he could just try to make sure he hits all his land drops so we can sacrifice this. A hex. Kith Keeper for 2 1/1s? For Shrine Striker for 2 cards. I'll play Kickkeeper first. Okay. Draw 4 cards. Attack for 8, putting the 7. His best play is probably going to be to just land and crack this. So there's no point in holding the counter spell here. Ben's the land. Oh, he already had a land. Okay. So I can put this way. We'll changeling. Copy Kith Keeper. Makes a ton of dudes. And then we can just pump this a bunch of times. That changeling is very nice. Love the clone. A clone with Convoke. I mean, 5 mana is a lot for a clone, but the fact it's got Convoke makes it a lot better. Always just hitting the right card at the right time, it seems. This might be a mulligan. I really want 3 lands to start with. Yeah. Keep. It's really odd to like pitch the Gangling. I think it's just a lot less impactful than Cinder Strike is. I've talked down a lot on this card because its stat lines are so terrible and it doesn't, like, ramp the card doesn't put it into play. and all this stuff. Turns out, maybe that doesn't matter. Like, the format is slow enough that just 3 mana draw a card, whatever, is a good enough card. So Recluse is awesome in that you just play it for a tempo play. It doesn't have to be like his best card. You know, you don't have to save this for like a premium spot to use this removal. You can kind of just use it whenever. Where you kind of want to save like a Cinder Strike or something till it's necessary. I don't want to give him the option to block here. My hope here is like he plays a creature. I command. Like this goes on the stack. I command 2 damage. And then I could copy. And just bounce this. Ooh, and then we get Lockmare. This card's so good. And I get to put a counter on it to draw another card. Ugh. Like, disgusting. There's also the idea of just run away together, play this, bounce it again. So we just go like... and just say, dude, where's your board? Like, haven't you played cards this game? I could have swore you played cards. Dude is just super Omega dead. Yeah, he's had enough. As he should. And he's dead on board because I can just remove the 2 counters to tap and stun one of his creatures. There was a lot of thought to drawing the 2 cards off the Ashling's command. It just feels... it felt too good to tempo him out. I am a tempo enjoyer, so... This is going to sound weird, but I kind of want to mulligan this. Most of the games that I lose in this format is keeping a 2-lander and not getting land 3 on time. pitch one of these Shine Strikers. We gotta get there. Just can't miss land drops early in this format, or any format ever. It's not good. There's a lot of thoughts to not blocking that guy. I did not think it was going to be champion of the Klaken, though. I just figured it was some pump spell or something. It's like, oh, I'm fine with that. Like, if he wastes his mana that turn just pumping the creature, that's fine. Didn't think it was just gonna be that, though. That was an ass whooping. Give me a mountain, please. I really could have played this to force the mountain, but, you know, it doesn't block this Spikeling at all. What do I get to learn this game? What trick do you have now? Place the tweeze on that guy? Sure. Might just be a Lockmere draw card. Because he did just use his 3 damage. Holy. Okay. Okay. And a Seer. Oh no. Top deck mountain, please. Okay. Alright, alright. It's good enough. Whew. Whew. Definitely has to be a red spell here. I'm not gonna attack. There's lots of like the blue flash creatures and stuff. I'm just not interested in doing that. Okay. gonna say this is a decline. And that is amazing. Maybe just Shrine Striker for a card. It's the terrible Mole Drifter. Okay. Shrine Striker for the best card. What does this guy do when I play third Shrine Striker? What do you think he's gonna feel about this? Really nice, like, noticing this flex from like the first day of the format, going, wow, this is like an aggressive format, to like a couple days later going like, this is like a tempo-y, maybe mid-rangey format. Games seem to, like, instead of being over by turns 5 and 6, now they're over by turn like 7 or 8, to like, wow, this format's slow as hell, and you just want to be playing the, you know, the biggest over-the-top haymakers that you can, as many of them as possible, lots of draw filtering and stuff to find them, and as many of them as you can get out in the game. Well, I'm just gonna run it out. It's probably gonna die here, like get nameless inversion or something. Okay, I'll just change them. A little sneakling over here. It's kind of tempting to just draw a card Cinder Strike, and even though the Cinder Strike doesn't need to blight, just to blight another counter on this to draw more cards later. Don't know if I'm gonna the mana out here. Because of course just reclusing this. I think I'm only interested in see, now I get to spend the mana. Like the blight is decent. So we're gonna go Wayfinder, get a mountain. And blight onto the horse. Serpent. Horse, yeah. This card has a very high win rate for some reason. I'm gonna hit a land here for sure. Gotta survive a little bit. Deal 2, copy, bounce this guy again. There's... Instead of dealing 2, maybe it's just like draw 2, create 2 treasures. But no. Alright, copy an elemental, draw 2. Because if he had a removal spell, he'd certainly kill us. Okay. Dang, man. Wow. Okay. Discarding 2 cards. Unraveling and Guilt Weaver. Two eulogies. Finally something here. Oh, I already played a land for turn. Oh no. Oops. That was bad then. That's an oopsies. seen 5 more cards than he had. Well, even so, he milled some of these too. Sure. Be for draw 2. We're gonna remove these and like just tap this dude down on his turn. He goes to combat. Bree is quite nice here. Well, that doesn't let me play a Shrine Striker too, though. But I definitely want to be able to activate Bree next turn. Beginning of the end step, if you gain life this turn, exile cards from the top of your library to exile non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana value if it's less than or equal to the amount of life gained. So here we're going to play a Shrine Striker. Oh my god. Never mind. Both creatures get +4/+4. That's pretty good. Pretty good. actually just bounced my own stomp lane. I'm gonna start getting some value out of this Lockmere before he finds a removal spell for it. Reasonable. Goodness, this card feels amazing. What the heck? What a mythic right here. You can see why this isn't a normal rare, because if you saw this a lot, people flip out. With Blight 1, whatever will I do with this -1/-1 counter? Two? A respectable flame striking. And Ashlings come in. A lot worse when it's face up, I guess. Yeah. You can add a. You can go up 2 mana because you can use this 4 mana now to activate this 3 times. You can have a lot of mana. Soul Immolation. That card's unbeatable. Deal 2, draw 2? Okay. gonna hold counter spell here, I guess. He's giving me this free block though. No, this take. I forget this costs 4, not 3. I don't know why. Like these effects are usually just 30 mana though. Okay. I'm dead if he has any interaction. I hate to give him an extra 2 cards though to bounce this. So maybe I'm supposed to go Curiosity with no blight. And try to find... No. Mira! No. No, no. Get up here. Dang it. Oh. It's my turn. Okay. He can flash this back. Does have to tap the one he just made though. Oh no, it doesn't tap it. You just have to be old. That's right. Any interaction here, he wins the game. Yeah. This is tap 3. Yeah. Yeah, that, the mythic board wipe is something. I'll be right back. See that? No. back. Finish this run out. That last deck was just so good. That red mythic one-sided board wipe. That is hard to come back from, and I almost did. Like, I was pretty close to stabilizing that. Like, the thought of bouncing that Shrine Shrieker just to keep him off of an attacker, that may have been correct and saved me a lot of time. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I wonder if this is a situation again where I kind of want to take the damage and have the optionality of the command. Because if I just play it here, he might have like a counter or something. I'm thinking I'm drawing 2 and making 2 treasures anyway now. Now we'll go for the 2 and the draw 2. See if he's got the counter. Certainly seems that way with them manually tapping to make sure he didn't tap his blue sources. grow from its own colors, so this works. He is running a little low on cards here. If he's tapping creatures down to make this unblockable, that's actually pretty good for me. Okay. Kind of want to start gaining life, though. Oh, and this would come back with an addition. Wait. But it would come back with a 1/1 and an additional 1/1, and it would just die. I don't think he realizes here. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. So the Perturus trigger goes on the stack if it enters as a 0/0. Play this and hold freeze plus activates here. Oh, and we get a free 3-drop. Nice. Into another Flaring Cinder. Am I gonna get that out of my hand? I almost like the land here. I wonder if this gets fizzled. If I was like target the Reese or something. I can just remove the counters from this and just get in there, I guess. resolves. Pass the attacks. See if he taps a creature down. Okay. I kind of need to kill this before I can even bother the tweezing of this guy. This is going to get him a card though. Two Flitterwing. Dude, that's all. It's a huge game. Let's draw some cards. Where do you go wrong with drawing of the card? This is where I'm not entirely sure which one's the correct play. I almost want to copy Shrine Striker just to have another flyer. Stompling's okay though. Oh, on here. Gonna have to go weird.
Hey, do you need to? Are you gonna be able to get out? Cause they plowed the big mound at the end of the drive.
Alright, win or lose, last game. Can I get this done here? Because I need to get off of here anyway. I'm sure if I watched that last game back, my sequencing was just wrong. Like, I should have gotten Kith Keeper down earlier to just swing in for huge amounts, because he could have dealt a ton of damage. Certainly outraced his gravel. Wow, he missed 2 damage with that. Let's go looking for a land here. Soxin Hollowed Fountain. Sky is fun. Okay. Let's keep the lands flowing. Kind of interesting to attack with this token. Is there a +3 damage? Oh, okay. Alright. Certainly looking at taking a ton of damage here. Maybe it's this discard like Changeling, hope to find a strike. Actually, I'll discard. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna discard Changeling, I think. Okay. Yeah, if I found the Cinder Strike there, that would have been quite helpful. Just a card too late, I think. Huh? Right over here. Does he have a counter spell too for this? Oh. Taking 4. Oh, it shouldn't have tapped a red. Okay, well, yeah, if an out there is to just play this, keep up a mountain, get the Cinder Strike. Yeah, okay, you got it. Just some crappy dudes and backed them up with some counters and interaction. That just gets you there sometimes. Sort of like the reverse of what I'm trying to do, where I'm just trying to go slow and like bigger than my opponents with a deck like this. But getting 6 and 3 here felt really good. This is this is where I'm happy to be all the time here. Just get me the 6 wins. Need my gems back and some more packs. Alright, call it there. Hope you all having a better day than me, and I'll see you all next time.